Hi, and welcome to today's workout. We're going to optimize our pull strength. So with these exercises, we will do 6 to 8 reps. So keep it heavy. You can see I have both heavy sets of weights there. There is some banded kickbacks. You don't need to use a band, but if you have one, you can. It will help with the glute extension and to get a little bit deeper into that muscular contraction. Today is about proper form, working slowly with each round and rep. We also want to maximize our potential here. So we're doing 3 rounds of these 8 exercises. So we're going to get to it, and they're going to stack one on top of the other. Heart rate's going to go up. This will be a very quick but powerful workout and set us on for the rest of our day. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much. All right, so first off, what we want to do is we're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up. So let's go ahead and just do a few walkouts here. Breathing and reaching into a nice up dog and back to a down dog. Let your head just shake out. Press through your heels. Lift your hips nice and high. Good. And take your nice, good stretch here back into the heels. Root into the floor. Roll yourself forward, taking your time, lowering the knees down. Feel the shoulders pull back. A nice pulling movement here, as well as the palms pressing into the ground and pulling your chest forward. Child's pose. Allow yourself to stretch back into your hips. Take a deep breath in here, palms on the floor. Exhaling out, nice and slow. Take it to a cat-cow. So we're going to pull ourselves up into our cat and then pull ourselves forward into our cow. So we're emphasizing pull today. Really engaging. We'll be doing lower body pull, upper body pull, trying to get as much as we can with our strength, working our back, working a little bit of our rear delts, shoulders, back body, posterior chain, our glutes, and our hamstrings. Shake out your head. If you've done a few of your cat-cows, go back to a shorter down dog. Pressing back, walk your hands to your feet, stretch your hamstrings here, bend your knees, and then straighten your legs. Go back and forth here, activating those hamstrings and then lengthening them. Go ahead now, grab your feet. I want you to pull through the upper body, chin into the chest, and then just a slight extension here. Let your hips rise and let your back muscles engage. And then go ahead and stretch them again. Pull your chin to your chest. You'll feel a nice roundedness similar to your cat that you did on all fours. And then similar to your cow as you pull forward. Gaze is at the tip of the mat, way ahead of you. Drop the shoulders back. Try to arch the spine as you lift the tailbone. Exhale round. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Tuck in as much as you can. Shake out your head a little. Slide your hands away from your feet to your shins. Nice flat back. Look forward. Let your blood from the head come back down towards the heart. And then your hands come to your thighs. And then we slowly stand up. Maybe a couple stretches here, side to side. Just allowing for the body to loosen up. Feeling nice and good. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this first round you can choose. I'm going to just use my 15s, which are considered a medium weight for me. Maybe you'll go heavier on the second and third round if you're not quite as warmed up. So let's start off first with a deadlift. We're going to kind of go back and forth, and we're going to really work all parts of the body. Deadlift is, for me, I take my feet slightly turned out just to work those glutes a little bit. Come a little closer so you can see. Good. Feet turned out, stepping in, and we'll go here, 6 to 8 reps. So we'll begin this. We're going to move from one exercise to the next pretty quickly. I'm going to go full 8 reps on this one. 2 and 1. Going to engage those hamstrings that you just worked. Take it down nice and low here. Palms will just slightly rotate towards you. For this first round, when it's nice and light, 8 of them here. We're going to have a little bit of a twist. 4, good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's an unsupported forward hinge. So if that feels any tenderness in the spine, when we go into the heavier rounds, you can do one arm and we'll put you up against the wall. All right, next up are sumo pickups. So I'm going to take a heavier weight for that just because I'm just going to use one. All right, I'm going to take it back here, pick it up, swinging it through. All right. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Really good. Upright rows next. So back to the upper body. I'm going to grab the 15s. Now I'm going to do it here on my knees, but you can do it standing just so you can see. 1, pulling it up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great work. All right, next up, the banded kickbacks. Grab your band, put it on. If you don't have a band, don't worry. Don't necessarily need it. Take yourself to the floor. I'm going to kick back each leg. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go to 10. 8, 9, and 10. Just notice how that feels. If you have heavier band, you might want to use that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. All right, take that band off. Leave it close by because you're going to use it again, obviously, for second and third sets. So now grab your heavy weight or even just your medium weight. One side here. I'm going to hold on to it. March in place. 10 sets, 20 marches. So we're getting a lot of stabilization through our core. Even though you might not feel like you're doing a lot for your upper body, you are, because you're pulling that weight into position right by your side. You could even walk it around a little bit if you like. You can walk it more mildly. It's a little bit harder here. We have to stabilize a bit more. All right, go ahead and switch to the other side. All right, I'm going to come back to these marches here. If you don't have a lot of room, just in place. I'm going to stabilize with each movement as you go back and forth. It's a lot harder with just one. You could always do a farmer carry with both, but it's going to be much more stabilized and actually easier. We compensate quite easily that way. So we want to have a little bit of challenge, have this offset load. You can move it around a bit. Got lots of options. Just make sure that you are very balanced. That's where the work is, in that hip stabilization and oblique activation. Okay, it's all done there. I'm going to take blocks, moving quickly because I want this workout to be really effective. So we're going kind of back and forth, not a lot of breaks because we're going upper body, lower body. I'm going to put my feet up on these blocks, take one of the heavy weights, put it across the hips. And go straight up and down. Goal is to show you that you can get a great workout in just 20 minutes as long as we stay focused and we use enough resistance. Pushing up and putting down. So you can elevate your legs up on a bench. It's going to be a little bit different. You're going to really feel the hamstrings that way. 7, good. And 8. Probably did a couple more than 8, but that's good. And then the next one, you're going to be on the ground still. Forearms, or the backs of the arms are going to be on the floor, or you're going to have your forearms on the floor. You're just going to arch and lift, right? So you're going to actually feel yourself Pull your shoulder blades back and engage your upper back. This is going to help really focus on a bit of the rhomboids and also the back of the shoulders. You want to be a little hard, a little bit more elevated, a little stronger, a little bit more shoulder. It's also going to work the neck a bit. So you have the option of keeping the head on the ground that I just showed. Pulling up. 3, 4. No bend in the spine, right? So you got to use these elbows so you can kind of jackknife up. 6. It's a hinge. 7. It's not a crunch. 8. You can kind of see here. 9. Lifting the whole unit. And 10. I'm hinging at that hip. Did a few extra on that too. All right, that's the workout. So now we're going to power through 2 more rounds and go for some really good strength. All right, I'm going to grab my heavier weights. Here we go. Round number 2. A little less cueing, a little more doing. Here we go. 6 to 8 reps, depending on how heavy it is. Make sure that back stays straight. And 8. Now I'm going to use this heavier weight. So I'm going to come over here and do 1 row. And I'm going to go overhand this time, not pull it in because that's more bicep, and work on getting that scapulation. You could do either one, underhand row or the overhand row. This works a little bit higher up in the back along with the lat. 5, 6, 7. Notice that stretch. 8. All right, other side. 3. Got an offset stance here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. Feel pretty good here. Banded kickbacks are next. Take your band. Place it on. Now, if you were looking for a little bit extra, what you can do is use these blocks. Come here and be off of the knees. Kicking one leg 8 times. 2, 3, 4. With a little pause at the top. 5, 8. All right. Ooh, that's so hard. Switch. Pull. 3. Ooh. Great work. It's technically a lower body push, but it works that posterior chain, and that's what we're really trying to hit today without doing too much quad. There's a little bit of isolation there. Okay. Oh, gotta come up to the suitcase carry. Want to stay down with those bridges, but up and down also helps kind of keep us moving and targeting that total body effect. Okay, here we go. Hold it in one hand and march. 10 sets, 20 marches. Or you can walk it around. Trying to be really stable and to walk as gracefully as possible. Going to really feel it in the QL. That's that muscle in the back here. It stabilizes our pelvis. A little mix of that. Finish your 10 and switch over to the other side. Pulling that leg up, walking around. And these are the muscles underneath the armpits also. The serratus anterior hugs in. Want to keep yourself upright. Just notice if you're hunching over. And then you keep upright, you're going to feel those back muscles work. 10 marches each side. Gives us about 30 seconds of work on each side. Great. Okay, now take this down. Elevated bridges. Second set. You could put the band back on if you like and have that little extra. Entirely open for you. And the distance of your feet from your hips is entirely up to you also. Further away, you're going to feel a little bit more in the hamstrings. Get a lot of glute here, nice and close. Okay, I'm going to go for a little double pump here. So up and squeeze and then lower down. 6 more like that. Squeeze, lower down. So get a little extra one there. This weight should be heavy enough that you feel some resistance. But if you're just starting off, anything probably feels really challenging, and that's good. It's the place you want to be. Incremental progression. Do a little bit every day. That's all we ask of ourselves. Try. Eventually, we succeed. Great work. Okay, let's go ahead and do our forearms. We're here. Sorry, it's the forearms on our back of our arms. So you have that option. You can just lift the chest. It's a little bit of an arc there, but what we're trying to do is scapulate. That's putting the shoulder blades together. Or up at that hinge. We're going to do 8. One more. Oh, those are hard. It's hard not to curl up, but it's a good challenge to have. All right, take a little bit of a breather break. We're going to do our final set. So we're going to make our 20 minutes. We're just there at about 17 minutes right now. So we can get this done. Might be a few minutes over, but that's just fine because we're in the groove right now for our best set. This is our third set, and this is the set that makes the difference, right? So you might do less reps, and that's just fine, but we're going to do the set together. All right, here we go. Deadlifts to start. Don't you worry. I'll cue you up and let you know what's next. You just follow along and be here. Do the work. 6 reps. Lighter weight, 8. Going right into rows after this. And 8. Okay. I'm going to try 8 here with both at the same time. 1, 2, 3, from the side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, nice. Okay, if you did one arm, do the other side. I'm going to come with you. I'm going to do 4 on each side. So just finish that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a little extra bonus there. That felt good. Okay. So on this final round, we're going to add back in the Sumo PickUps and the upright rows. Okay. So we just did 2 sets of each of those. So they're a little bit harder. All right. Here we go. Slide it through and up. 3, 4. Notice it's a hinge. 5. Lean that chest forward. Sit that booty back. Barely bending in the knees. 8. Perfect. All right. Those upright rows. So we just had 2 sets of those little sumo rocks there and these upright rows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great work. Okay, banded kickbacks now. Arms feeling nice and strong. I'm going back to that first version. I want to get that sensation of pulling and kicking. Good. Now I'm going to do 4 more with that double pump, right? Pump, pump. Pull it in. Squeeze, release, contract. Squeeze, release, contract. Squeeze, release, contract. Great work. All right, other side. First 4 regular. And then with that squeeze, pump and back in. Contract, release, contract. Good. 1 more. Great work. Nice. I'm just doing a little bonus there. I did a little extra on the other side. Rock it out side to side. Feeling good. Okay, we're going to walk around now. Grab your heavy weight. Maybe you keep the band on. Totally up to you. But pull in. And nice and balanced. 10 steps. I'm going to go a little bit quicker with the steps. Trying to stay really balanced. Trying not to lean into the one side. It's a counterbalance. Stay balanced. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good stuff. I'm going to keep that band on for my elevated bridges. Grab your blocks. Go ahead and put those down. Feel pretty good. If you're in a certain strength phase and you feel like you could do more, you might go back to the beginning of this and do 1 more round, 4 rounds, and do that complete round with both that sumo rock and the upright row. Why not? But this is probably just enough of what we need. I'm sweating. I'm sure you are too. I'm going to go with that double pump now. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze and lower down. Up and squeeze and lower down. Up and squeeze, lower down. This could be a nice burnout set. You want to just keep going. Put them in. I'm going to do 4 more like this. It's a great lower body pull exercise with that double pump. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Nice. And done. Okay, so the chin and the ears, right? They stay back. Your head is in line with the shoulders. Lifting up. Nice and strong and lower down. If you feel anything in your neck, maybe you're only going to do a couple of these, but it's about learning to stabilize your cervical spine with the strength of your neck muscles as well as the retraction of your scapula. A lot of times our necks get a big load because our thoracic doesn't have this strength and mobility. So we want to mobilize it and strengthen it in this exercise. Gonna put my hands down so you can see. 3 more. All one unit comes down. No rounding of the spine or minimal. Try not to. 1 and lower. Whew. Great work. That is our workout. Great job. We did just a few minutes over today, but we got it done. So have a wonderful one. And again, if you feel like you want to do a 4th set, go back to the beginning. You might even take that rest and that break and do that warm up with it, and then finish one final fourth set. It's totally available to you if you are already in a strength training program and you're doing this to boost where you're at. All right, have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow.